main role at the moment is I'm the European Director of a US-based CSR and sustainability media company called 3BL Media. I also created a CSR consultancy called Coethica, which is based in the UK and specialises on engaging smaller businesses as well as the big corporate organisations and trying to make CSR and sustainability a bit more entrepreneurial and a bit more mainstream. For me, the instant appeal was anything that engages with younger people and especially students that are going to be going on into positions in organisations. Anything or any part that I can play into raising their awareness and hopefully encouraging and motivating to some degree. They're the future of business in the next 10, 15, 20 years. So if there's anything I can do to, as I say, offer my experience of a very practical nature of dealing with all kinds of organisations, I'm keen to play my own CSR role as well as pay the bills. So it was a great opportunity to work with some very interesting young people. The younger generation are definitely asking more questions about the values of especially the bigger corporations. They don't want to just work for a company and hopefully be well paid and turn up at 9 o'clock, do the job and go home. There's a lot more to it for them. So a lot of students especially that are aware of the wider agenda out there, whether it's climate change or population growth or social cohesion. I think it's of vital importance for bigger companies, especially when they're looking to attract the best staff and to retain the staff and to get the most out of them while they're there. So, from what I've seen of Citizen Act, it's a great vehicle for engaging, the CSR strategy of a corporation with the HR function, because an awful lot of students here today from all around the world, even just the numbers alone would suggest that there's one potential really good employee or future employee for Société Générale in there. Plus, the 150 or so students that are here are all going on a personal journey, whether they're, employees of Société Générale or not. I think also that interaction between two very different groups, got a very corporate world and very focused on finance and banking. Just by engaging with such a young and innovative group of people, there will be ideas that are discussed or thrown out that, potentially Société Générale could adopt or support and, could potentially become, an interesting part of the business in the future. From what I've experienced from looking at the projects and judging those, there's some absolutely amazing ideas coming out of relatively young heads who haven't really had the experience out there of the wider world, and there's some realities that need to be considered in those. But the one thing I would be suggesting to the students is to be brave and be bold, because the one thing that will happen once they get involved in an organisation or a corporation, sometimes that, not the enthusiasm, but you then have to play by other people's rules. And I think now it's just to try and be bold and be creative and use that energy that the younger people have, and to challenge corporations and NGOs. Sometimes just because you're young, sometimes they actually do know better. It's us living by the rules that we place on ourselves that causes a few problems. So for me, it would encourage the students just to be bold, to be motivated, and try and push their ideas and their values as far as they can, and to challenge everybody that they meet.